So far, we've learned how to cut with rapier, how to walk and launch attacks, how to distinguish the distance, and also what the term tempo means. This time I traveled not very far away to the near town of Trnava, where I found Anton Kohutovic, who will help me to explain the first guard in rapier and its use. There are 4 basic guards which are formed by the position of the hand. First guard is formed by unsheathing the weapon, the palm points outside. Turn your wrist with the palm horizontal, you have the second guard. Another 90 degrees, palm is inside, and we have the third guard, and further 90 degrees and we have the fourth one. You see, not so difficult. The 4 guards in rapier correspond to 4 hand positions. So when we say first guard or position, the palm of the rapier hand should be turned outside. Let me say that although the guard seems nice, it is not heavily used in single rapier due to the fact that it left us quite open and also the reach is not the farthest. If we'd like to use it, it is recommended to extend the arm fully forward in front of the head, which without practice may get a bit tiring. On the other hand, the guard is very useful in rapier and dagger, where the dagger covers our lower opening. So, if we'd like to use it, besides the fully extended arm, we would also need to lean our torso quite to the front. In such manner, the deficit of reach doesn't have to bother us anymore, and also the positioning of the body delivers very firm and strong attacks. But, to paraphrase Fabris, this guard would be really good if only it wasn't so tiring for the arm. There are a few nice techniques that work even with the single sword. The first is rather a heretic one. The reason is, every time you parry and cut, you can't achieve an attack in single tempo. Such attack requires 2 tempi, and if we do not manage to do it really quickly or surprisingly, the opponent will be recovered after the parry and may either thrust into our attack or void it. Anyways, it works on a certain types of opponents and we should know it. A simple alternative is to void the attack with the free hand and thrust our opponent at the same time. If we are to succeed in such technique, we need to do the parry and the thrust at the same time. Otherwise, our opponent may do a cavazione or change his strike. The manner in which you parry with the hand depends on the situation, but the shown 2 ways are most natural for the first position. Like in any other weapon, one of the biggest mistakes is to resist the opponent's pressure. We should respond to pressure by leaving the bind or using the position of the sword to our advantage. When people push too much, they lose feeling in the bind. So, when you find yourself in a bind from outside and the opponent is pushing you or he is hard on the blade, immediately go up to the first position. Alternatively, if he pushes your thrust away with a hard parry, use his new pressure and throw a mandrito from the wrist or from the elbow, depending on the situation or the distance. The first guard or the first position is very useful when passing underneath the opponent's blade. While it is a bit risky to launch such pass as the first offensive, it is very convenient when you find a suitable tempo like a cavazione. Don't let things happen just like so. Call for a cavazione by pushing the opponent's blade out of the line, thus forcing them to return to the center line. Don't forget to lean away with your head and body. In such manner, if your technique fails, you may still evade the opponent's blade with the movement of your body. The last standard use of the first position is a combined parry and a thrust against the opponent's gut, no matter from which side it arrives. Leave your arm extended, catch your opponent on the strong part of your blade and immediately thrust them into their chest or their head. In such manner, your head and body will be always covered. So, thank you for watching my 4th video in the Learn Rapier series about the first guard or the first position in rapier. Next time I'll explain some peculiar stances of the second guard or the seconda.